I'm scared, man. Please call the president. Kennedy, don't let him escape. Help, Mr. President. I'm scared, man. Please call the president. Kennedy, don't let him escape. Help, Mr. President. I'm scared, man. Please call the president. Kennedy, don't let him escape. Help, Mr. President. I'm scared, man. Please call the president. Kennedy, don't let him escape. Help, Mr. President. I'm scared, man. Please call the president. Kennedy, don't let him escape. Help, Mr. President. I'm scared, man. Please call the president. Kennedy, don't let him escape. Help, Mr. President. I'm scared, man. Please call the president. Kennedy, don't let him escape. Help, Mr. President. I'm scared, man. Please call the president. Kennedy, don't let him escape. Help, Mr. President. I'm scared, man. Please call the president. Kennedy, don't let him escape. Help, Mr. President. I'm scared, man. Please call the president. Kennedy, don't let him escape. Help, Mr. President. I'm scared, man. Please call the president. Kennedy, don't let him escape. Help, Mr. President. I'm scared, man. Please call the president. Kennedy, don't let him escape. Help, Mr. President. I'm scared, man. Please call the president. Kennedy, don't let him escape. Help, Mr. President. I'm scared, man. Please call the president. Kennedy, don't let him escape. Help, Mr. President. I'm scared, man. Please call the president. Kennedy, don't let him escape.
But now why he bring a penny key? Some brother and family, them call him change, them call him right. But now darkness take over light. We no go forget it.
We no go forget.
All the life them we lost.
All the life them we get.
Mama them cry, picking them call.
Some no make them back at all.
We no go forget.
Picking them call. Some no make them back at all.
We no go forget.
Till the day we die.
All the blood we drown.
All the tears we cry.
If we let the sugar fade away, what if we come back one day?
Some no make them back at all.
What if we come back
Picking them
one
call.
day?
Some no make them back at all.
House them burn fire like the sky. People they run, nobody know why. Mama would be less still they pray. Hope say Peking go see this. Small girl them cry inside. Child them lost them way no place to hide. Some lose and some lose home. One stranger now them own home. Whole community scatter apart. Every heart get invisible scar. Pain we carry still they live. Even now we still they grieve. Today we quiet but we still there. See some same problem we been there.
Still there.
People afraid for talk them mind.
Like true freedom, hard for fight.
Corruption still they not talk.
Plenty promise but you know they stop.
You still they are sweating neck. Same struggle, same stress. We don't go forget.
We don't go forget.
All the life that we lost.
All the pain when we get.
Mama them cry, picking them call.
We don't make them back at all.
We don't go forget.
Picking them call.
We go remember them all. We don't go forget.
Make the whole world, yeah.
Make we talk the truth.
Make we loud and clear.
If we stand as one hand in hand, peace go live now we land.
Say hand in hand that time.
We remember Bomari.
Hand in hand that time.
We remember the people. We no go ever forget. Yeah. Nabomaru the first gun sound. People them run fear all around. Tears fall quick, heart them break. That not the start of big mistake. The land get wealth but people poor. Big man then they thief more and more. Picking them cry, no food, no school. Life turn hard, no rule.
Voice them quiet, truth high. Nobody grieve, make justice rise.
We no go forget.
We no go forget.
All the life them we lost.
All the life them we lost.
Mama them cry, picking them call.
Some no make them back at all.
We no go forget.
Picking them call. Some no make them back at all.
We no go forget.
Till the day we die.
All the blood we fi come
Kicking them
back.
go, some no make them back at all.
Lord, long-term corruption done they grow. People no get chance for talk or show. From Siaka Stevens, them go now. Now same old system anyhow. No work, no hope, you them vex. Life too hard, them no know what's in next. Diamond they shine, but hunger they. People them suffer every day. For the Sanko come with big, big word. Say now freedom, people go get it. But now why he bring na penny key? Some brother and his family, them call him change, them call him right. But now darkness take over light, we no go forget it.
We no go forget.
All the life them we lost,
All the life them we get.
mama them cry, picking them call.
Some no make them back at all.
We no go forget,
Kicking them go, some no make them back at all.
we no go forget.
Till the day we die,
All the blood we drown,
all the tears we cry.
if we let the sugar fade away, what if we come back one day?
Some no make them back at all.
What if we come back
Kicking them
one
go,
day?
some no make them back at all.
House them burn fire like the sky. People they run, nobody know why. Mama hold belly still they pray. Hope say Peking go see they. Small girl them cry inside. Child them lost them way no place to hide. Some lose and some lose home. One stranger now them own home. Whole community scatter apart. Every heart get invisible scar. Pain we carry still they live. Even now we still they green. Today we quiet but we still there. See some same problem we been there.
Still there.
People afraid for talk them mind.
Like true freedom, hard for fight.
Corruption still they not talk.
Plenty promise but you know they stop.
You still they are sweating next. Same struggle, same stress. We no go forget.
We no go forget.
All the life then we lost.
All the time when we get.
Mama them cry, Biggie them call.
We don't make them back at all.
We no go forget.
Kicking them go.
We go remember them all. We no go forget.
Make the whole world there.
Make we talk the truth.
Make we loud and clear.
If we stand as one hand in hand, peace go live now we land.
Say hi, we hand that time.
We remember Bomaru.
Hi, we hand that time.
We remember the people. We no go ever forget. Yeah. 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 Nabomaru.
Alright, of course, now Bomaru, the first gunshots being fired inside 1991. And from that day to now, a lot of things tend to happen. And of course, then he always tell us the things that they make we go to the war, still there with we. Even with the CRT report and the kind of reforms the way we don't get, now the military, the police, the judiciary, the country, governance generally, but we still get a lot of things that will happen inside the country. Good evening and welcome to We Are. Of course, on YouTube and on Facebook, so we can discuss a lot of issues them where they happen, and most of the time we can come and put things in at the plate, pull them under the carpet, go now then dusty, cupboard them, then shelf them and pull things and they come out them up, also we can sit down and make sure that we clean them one by one for everybody go understand. So if you just join me, don't forget for like and share the program. And today I will tell you, we get a very nice program for you today. A very, very nice program today. Sembepe there so well I see the other man in say the pan prepare the turn in soup. The other man I don't know, he escaped from Subby Bob, so I know see. But anyway, we get a lot of things then for can discuss this evening. A lot of things then for can discuss the evening. So for now, me go say I deal with you now until the other man then they come, then we able for join together and see what we get. Let me start proper one. Family members them. Our name don't like now. Our name don't like. And you see, my good friend, they actually come up with some things in way I'm not able to understand. I not quite still understand what in the really they happen. So well, my binti oye, anybody we get here in him lay answer. Sale oye, answer. Banabom oye, answer. Jusu oye. So anybody we here in him lay just answer no more. So the question now, if praise only for name, they make we get a lot of propaganda in the media. What about if they praise them now for governance? Waiting, Egotaleg. So, waiting at this celebration about, oh, I love the name, Madabeya. I love the name, I love the name. But interesting thing happen where we're not able to know. Donald Trump right now, I don't know really. It look like say Mother building at the same level. They begin something, they end the statement. It say I tell thank you to Mother Bear, end that. And after that, he just jump. I love the name Mother Bear. So what did he tell thank you for? Now for the amount of people where Mother Builder agree for receive back inside the country and then put 1,500,000 on top. Now they want for tell them thank you for at least to take them people and they back as deportee them for 1,500,000. Mother Bear, I love the name. I don't know. I just ask question. And I think say now just critical things in this way we just need for the ask. Because we just see some set of deportees them who they talk about with 1,500,000, $1.5 million on top. Like when they say they return you, now you marry those. No, I don't tell this married that they return you back. Then put coin on top there. Now then put coin on top for we. Then all of a sudden, Mother Bear, Mother Bear, I love your name. Family member, I don't mean for laugh. I don't mean for laugh, honestly. But I just want for join the trend, We certain thing they happen. If I all join the trend, let we for know it exactly they happen. Mother Bear, I love the name. Hey God, hey, Kanuma Sala na God. Anyway, so before we go, yeah, for let we talk or start the conversation proper one. Let we all enjoy. From the mayor issue to I love Mother Bear. I beg low feel with self quick.
Most places they say, where are we going to get the money? How about a tax increase? Minister of State, Mohammed Al-Sheikh. Mohammed? Thank you very much. Great honor. Chairman of the Saudi Esports Federation, His Royal Highness Prince Faisal. And of course, please. Thank you. And of course, the kingdom's wonderful ambassador to the United States, Her Royal Highness Princess Rima, who's great. She's great. Also, I want to thank the president of Sierra Leone, Julius Madabiyo. I love that name. Thank you. Great honor to have you. And chairman of the...
So this not the deal. Yeah, they tell thank you to the one they come. Well, I think say they don't sign some kind of deal. So now this deal then they tell thank you for. But Donald Trump not ending statement. Now, it look like saying if not look okay, then this there. The begin word, the ender. The begin word, the ender. Not to the first so I don't see Donald Trump sit down for address very much important thing. Also I sit down. Now then I pass pan frame na the wall. He forget about all the discussion. He begin to praise the frame. God. America, that's right. Anyway, let's just bring we guests inside the program this evening. Then we can discuss because yeah. Salon. I love the name Anabayo. Alright. Good evening, welcome to the program, Abdulai Bayraytay.
Thank you very much. Segment Pierre, you preamble maker just the laugh na ya. But anyway, Pambulem una ado, I wish you a very pleasant evening, both in the diaspora and back home.
Abdulai Bayraytay. I love the name, Abdulai Bayraytay. But wait, let I ask this thing. Are they seeing like the press secretary? Is he? No. Yes, the press secretary to the president, or the press secretary in the state house. A lot of big guys, them, the minister of information, and other people, and say, if you watch, if you don't see it in the happen, I mean, thank you very much, Donald Trump, at least for I love your name, Marabio. So now this be the scene. But we not see anything we didn't tell we say Donald Trump, for example, say, for the governance issues of the country, for the kind of thing we don't do, for the kind where he fights drugs, this and that, not specific. He just like pass, like where you just pass on top any other thing. But now good thing for Salon NT, for the image of Salon. For the Donald Trump at least call we manning him.
Well, to be honest, you don't summarize them already, Segment Pierre. Donald Trump just say thank you. For the Saudi Arabia, it's and thank you. But we know say the relationship between Saudi and America now one of what you call a clientele relationship, business relationship, where even when they been killed Jamal Khashoggi, the journalist, we see where Trump say, you know what, yes, that one can be a human rights issue. He say, but we have a very strong relationship with Saudi and the focus now on business. And even when you look at the theme of this conference in Miami, it is like an investment forum where Saudi are the main campaign there. So the only thing we don't significantly happen, then 2 days there between America and Sierra Leone. Now the deal where we agree for accept citizens within the ECOWAS regime and then promise to give we 1,500,000 US dollars for that.
Oh, now promise. They're not even give it.
Now, it was a promise that they will give it because if Sierra Leone accept. So to me, in the absence of Trump not completing his statement, why he thanked Mother Bio, apart from saying, I like the name, that is the only suggestion that comes to mind. And I see a lot of now the presidency, they put on breaking news. That they
Here,
say
at the
them
word
got
Andy.
Mother Bio in name, breaking news. Now I say, wow. And they were jubilating both now the social media. So when I get confused, boss, I say, let me say something that the visa restrictions don't lift on Sierra Leone. Or maybe now one time windfall don't come out country where they can't better with people them.
Oh.
Now they say no, now just Trump say elect Mother be in name. Now I say, wow. I say so well, I'm not gonna be surprised and declare a 1 week holiday. I'm not gonna be surprised and go all over the country then put Mother Bio and Trump say elect Mother Bio in name. That is the kind pettiness and mediocrity where we country don't fall into. Just a singular thing like that, people celebrate that. To me, it is just very disheartening, to say the least. I wish Mother Donald Trump for don't say, Mother Bio, I want to thank you very much. I heard that the killings that happen in your country at Pademba Road, you've constituted an independent body to investigate so that the culprit will be brought to book. And I've also just learned recently that the August 10, 2022 demonstrations against your government, you are striving to hold people accountable. And I wish to thank you very much for that. When that explicit come, trust me, some of we go even buy cow them for join Mother Bio, they let them kill, or celebrate.
But according to people, and then say this na moral, at least for let them call Mother Bio name. Na moral booster. Yes, the panabis to German.
Well, until Mother Bio don't go now country, the next thing now will say, well, you know what? Almost money you spend for go over yonder, Uda and Uda you go with, for let them go call your name, say then let you go. Who would want to know that? At least we will say at least he spend if now $100,000 sir. we will say at least they mention the president in name.
I attempted for come up with something else again quickly. Donald, this is not the first time actually for the Marabio they meet with the US president. They meet with Biden before Biden left. Before the election. They refuse for come tell we waiting then go discourse. And then later on, the United States, their own a website put them briefly say they can't talk about the election, how forgot about the election for late, it could be free, fair, and all of them things there. So, but then he refused for tell we instead them just come and begin showing pictures and other things. Then, so apart from the fact say they don't praise this guy name, and then with the suspects, because this is just suspicion, say maybe then thank him for where he go, and for where it choose for accept them, then deportees them. You think say other thing they way then go don't discuss in private, but by the way, la just clear myself, la not torment myself. I not see any private picture. Now they all day.
To be honest though, I will make one thing where Mother Bio will able to sleep. He don't sleep. He cannot forget say from 2023 in presidency gets a lot of cloud around it. For let the most powerful person in the world winner Donald Trump. He not only say Mr. Bio, but he even recognize him say the president of Sierra Leone. That's what tell you say the United States officially today, from last night, don't recognize Mother Bio as the president of a country. So that alone, Mother Bio for jubilate for that, because when you look at the scathing reports where the U.S. State Department put after the 2023 elections, that the elections were never clean, they were rigged, there were inconsistencies, etc. But for let Donald Trump to say president of Sierra Leone, I think say Mother Bio have every reason for let's celebrate for that.
All right. So, but before we go any side, let me play something else. And this nothing because, and I saw me don't see now the social media though. Once something happen where Marabio and Infamble and the Glady, when your family and say go choose or go to the archive and release certain things then. So let we all watch within on a big release. On a family. Watch this one.
It is a great pleasure to welcome 4 leaders from Africa, all of whom are doing extraordinary work. President Sall from Senegal, President Banda from Malawi, President Koroma from Sierra Leone, and Prime Minister Neves from Cape Verde. The reason that I'm meeting with these 4 is they exemplify the progress that we're seeing in Africa. All of them have had to deal with some extraordinary challenges. Sierra Leone, just 10 years ago, was in the midst of as brutal a civil war as we've ever seen. And yet now we've seen consecutive fair and free elections, and under President Koroma's leadership, we've seen not only good governance, but also significant economic growth. When you talk about Malawi, there was a constitutional crisis just last year, and yet President Banda has not only been able to be in office and make sure that constitutional order was restored, but has also made significant progress.
Abdulai Bayraytay, this not this habit they talk. This being very much specific about the reason, the purpose of the meeting. Explain.
Very clear, very unambiguous. I was at State House as presidential spokesman at the time. We were able to explain to the public the context why the president, singularly, without any lobby, was invited to White House to meet with President Obama. And President Obama was very clear and unambiguous the reason why he selects them 4 presidents in it. They say in Sierra Leone, we have seen the progress being made under the leadership of President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma. He preside over free and fair elections. Can Trump say that about Mother Bio? So you see, it is not just about meeting with the President of the United States. And the difference between this meeting where you just highlight, not to, from a crowd, then just say, Ernest Bai Koroma is with us here. This was a very close meeting, very tete-a-tete with the President of the United States then, for let them commend we. And we not to take him a big deal. Why we not take him a big deal is the president gets a responsibility for make sure say we get good governance in Sierra Leone. So if we dey recognize that in we own country, then the most powerful person then in the world, President Obama as president, is able to recognize we for their efforts and they make. If we for them declare maybe 1 month, 2 months holiday, if not be matter beyond time. But no, for us, it is our responsibility as a government then to make sure we uphold those values. Because those are values that the president take an oath to preserve, that I will preside over a government whereby the rule of law will prevail, whereby democracy should be seen to prevail, accountability and transparency. And that recognition, it is not just because Obama said it. At one point, we all knew that Sierra Leone was the fastest growing economy, apart from Macau, and also for successive years. Under the Global Peace Index, Sierra Leone was ranked in very favorable terms. All of that, we able no say, now because of waiting we do. Unlike when Mother Bill came in 2028, in no time, them pull a report we say Sierra Leone is one of the fragile states in the sub-Saharan Africa. So that is the difference. You celebrate something that will bring joy to your people because it bother on governance of the state, not because of some ambiguous recognition that they love your name. And you say, wow, the president of America say, let me name Mother Bio. And you celebrate that. And meanwhile, look at what is happening with your country. People dying on the streets, better than they do bureaucracy. Look at what happened on the streets of our country. Look at what is happening with our democracy, whereby the main opposition is not participating in governance. And all you care about is to say, oh, yes, then don't jubilate, then don't celebrate me, then recognize. Is that really something we should celebrate about? But again, we get what you call narcissism. People always want that. It is a way of boosting their egos to say, yes, the president of the United States don't call me name, which means, yes, I am doing very well in my country. But the reality on the ground is the contrary. So that is where when I see people are jubilating and celebrating, to be honest, I nearly shed tears. I even join the sarcasm where I see people on the right say, if not praise now, then go praise this man for good governance and the transformation of the economy in our country. Then for don't declare maybe a month holiday for celebrate that.
But why you for feel sad? Why you for shed tears? We of course, the man, of course, it shows say, we did do well internationally for being recognized and for put the country in image now the top, front seat. So why?
Sengbe Pierre,
Sir?
just last week, we see a court where the Sidom na Belgium, where rubbish the image of a country, presided over by Mother Bio as president, that cocaine worth millions of dollars, then trace the origin from Sierra Leone. And as we dey talk so, and not think say they don't pass way progressive voices in our country don't raise concerns about Bolly Jones just in presence in our country. And we don't see how trawlers then become abandoned, only they say them misroad, then in our country with suspicion of cocaine. We don't see the way that they treat with people in Guinea, where then they deport them en masse. The president, up to this point, not even make a statement to me, where me aware about the despicable way that they treat people, them, way that they deport them to Sierra Leone. So all of that All waiting the narcissist can ensconce and care about is then call me name, say, oh, I love your name, Madabio. Is that all what we needed? Is that all what we deserve as a country? Is that the part of the rebranding of the country? I see that more as a very cheap, egoistic way of when somebody they celebrate something we worth nothing. To me, that is why I say it is a sad moment for us. And the unfortunate thing, I saw people that I have respect for in the media, way they close to the president. I see them put on breaking news. Then when I go read them, the breaking news, they say Trump say elect Madam him. Is that what we deserve? Is that what we deserve in Sierra Leone? To be honest, we are better than that. We are better than that. We are better than that. I have said it 3 times. We have way more very serious, pressing issues to be addressed in our country. Better than they can't spin the thing per win and the media. Then they make things they make believe. Imagine a leader of a political party, a chairman, not able to get the distinction between being a chairman of a political party and interfering into the governance of the state by giving instructions to the Freetown City Council. Those are more tormenting issues than President Trump saying, Madabayo, I love your name. I love the name. Then
Okay.
we went.
Let me read this for you. From,
It's so sad.
the director of communication, na status. By the way, before I read that, the Arthur, welcome. I love my man. I love my Bayraytay name. Mike Bayraytay, I love the name.
I dey enjoy how Bayraytay dealing to the issue because the same things are the things that we come up to me from where I see this thing, and I begin to see from yesterday, and I begin to see people the reaction on this thing, and I was like, are we so low? Have we become so so low in life that just because an ordinary man, Trump is just an ordinary man, say that he likes the name of another ordinary man, that's the move a whole nation, that's the move a set of people in a nation. Are we that backward? You understand? And Ella tell you first of all, I think to say Trump is a comedian. Trump is a dramatist. You understand me? Now that's somebody who don't live within the artistic world. And Trump's have been make fun of people. Trump's have been bring people there low. Okay, it's have been bobo you. A bobo man so. I was saying he did the same thing with the president of Liberia. He look the president of Liberia, I say, you know, no say the man can talk such English.
You get powerful English.
Yes. A bobo be one for bobo. Okay? A bobo. And the president of Liberia.
Say learn English.
Yes. Just advance. But if you meet up people that like Malema from South Africa.
If you've been checking state of.
I will say I don't ever believe it. Yes. If you meet up the kind of man, then because now fitia for you look at another person, somebody we come on a country, with an English speaking country, and so if you listen to I talk call Mother Bio name, it's what's funny with about Mother Bio name to Trump. That the name funny.
The comical.
Yes, Mother. It's like crazier. This is like a Christmas. Mother, he's mother than. So that's what Trump was looking at. Oh, mother.
I know you see this the camera. I not be expect this from you at all. But it make a whole lot of sense. That is to say, you Chris pass the other one that we Chris.
Yes.
Hey, mother.
That's the thing. That's what Trump was laughing at.
Okay.
And Trump was laughing at this guy's name. Yes. And then you get the stupid people that when they support Chris man, they all say, "Oh, President Trump call man Abio say like." Now let me tell you something. That was the conference. Abio was just simply the keynote speaker in this conference. Trump gets other businesses to do, but these are businessmen. and they're like Trump's friends. And these are people who, one way or the other, pour money into Trump's campaign. So when they get a program and they wanted Trump to be there, Trump is going to be there. But it's not important for him to be there. So he decide for Cam at the end of the day, for Cam grace, for Cam just give like the benediction, just like I will go to church. You understand me? And a big bishop, an apostle, want for go support other people. He left all. He said, okay, well, I go come, but now don't wait till they do for so important. So he done all the important stuff, and then he run down to and now be telling one for say the grace. Then he come in now and say, okay, well, our dear apostle is here, you're not there for the come, but at least let's say the grace. And then you see the apostle lift up your hand and say, may the Lord bless and keep you. That's just the end of it. May the Lord bless and keep you, blah, blah, blah. So the guy come and just can't say thanks to them for having this conference and everything. But you cannot do that kind of thank you and you get other presidents around without actually respectfully noticing this president. Say yes, and notice say you there around, and so therefore I for just mention you. That's just what Trump did. But then Trump was now caught up with the name. You see them and say, what? Mother Bayo? And Trump is a mad guy. And I like Trump. I mean, man, like Chris Man, I like Chris Man company. So you see the Chris Man business. So he was like, mother, this guy is crazy. And they all been at the Chris Man company, not only myself. I remove me,
I thought say I not been see this they can, but anyway I accept I can. And
this
if I go older one with speed, I run with Mada Bayo.
yes.
It's like okay, the Chris Man in boss there so.
Yes. Because not of Chris Man, not of Chris Man.
But
you cannot be
the how they call them State House not saying this way. I read again the director. The director considered this for be an historic something. And this now what he say. I kept saying our foreign relations are top notch. And just in 48 hours, First Lady Fatima Bio was sitting right next to Melania Trump. While President Bio was in the same room, listen, in the same room as President Trump. And the rest is history. Go they play. We they go.
The question is it to sit by Melania? Does that make any impact to
Yes.
that? I said, near Melania.
You
What
talk with her.
impact does that make at the end of the day?
Yes.
To sit by Melania not actually make any impact to anybody.
I thought one thing you forget, Mother Bill can pay transport for just go shake anybody in hand somewhere.
When I make Trump call a mother,
Okay, good.
Let me
I thought I not call you
Trump
Panis
for
talk
one.
again. I thought I not call you Panis talk. Abdulai
that's the
Bayraytay.
thing.
What do you think about this? The government see this one say them public the foreign relations they at top notch. Within 48 hours, the first lady and the vice president and the president sit down with the president and the first lady of America.
So to them, their own definition of top-notch foreign diplomatic relations at the bilateral level, not to when they lift sanctions on Sierra Leone, not to when they make sure say people in where they suffer, they don't get visa, they ban them. To them, they don't care about that. They don't care that the students way for can study overseas in the US, that there is a moratorium in place where they not lift it. To them, they don't care about that. You will see what I can say, the egoism, whereby it is just about, you get people and we will always clap for you, even when you know what, even for raise a finger for give a thumbs up. Because for me, then go call your president, say, oh yeah, I like the name. You are jubilating over that. You say it is a diplomatic score, a foreign thing score. When we get very pressing and important issues then, they outstanding between we and the US, including the damning reports them, where then they come up with against the country. Waited today, a day in black and white. If you go now, State Departments and website, you see the damning association with Ngewi as a country. And it is still there. They don't ever change them against the country. And you are saying, yes, this is top notch. When they say top notch, if I go by Mayor Oxford Dictionary simplistic definition, now when you make something incredibly a successful thing, we of course award commendation between at the bilateral level, for instance, in this context, between Sierra Leone and the US, for say, yes, we don't reach a certain peak, we don't achieve one kind party business. We be say that party business day, it worth celebrating, then you can say it is top notch. But for them to say that just by mentioning the name Alek Madabio in name, and therefore it is top notch, that tells you the low web of waiting then will able to celebrate, say there is nothing to celebrate. To them, it is a big achievement that, yes, Donald Trump led this thing. And to be honest, it even pains me that I'm spending a whole lot of time to talk about this because I don't want to feed into that cheap narrative of a top notch and the breaking news of somebody who went. I only wish they would have even come to say, wow, president who don't spend $100,000, we use a private plane, we don't go Miami, and for the first time, the president in America is say elect Mother in name, and this is not how much money we spend. That's when they will begin wonder, say, oh, so now this money they spend just for hotel we say the elect Mother in name, now they celebrate. So I see this as a very cheap deflection about very serious matters and where they happen in our country, where they want for put under the carpet. We see the very important thing where they happen at law school, where to me it is so much of a very notorious scandal. People them way with the train for go into the judiciary, where of course they entrusted with the interpretation of the constitution and for uphold justice in our country. So this is a very big deflection and a distraction to say the least.
I like this message quick one as you can. This last message where I see even on Facebook where me come and say, why should this pain you guys? Salomon really gets by that. You guys are invited to come and make real your ideas. And then another person say, okay, now this. Okay, so this nothing way mad at yourself if you watch this program, you could just say, Abo, are the same guy they no more they no one for us just see with the make progress at the international world. This could be the last comment from you before we go to another issue very much important. We talk about this because I know the trending. Then say all mad. So let's talk about that.
Well, you know what? I can always tell people and say, now one thing that one day way in public relations, before you open your mouth and say anything or you write anything, you therefore ask yourself first a hypothetical question. What is the backlash? Is this worth celebrating? Is it worth jubilating over? And I would not be surprised some folks within the SLPP wait and get them wits around them will just sit down and shake their head for say, what? You mean the director of communication at the State House? Now in the council with breaking news, and this is top notch because Trump say elect Madabio in name. And not say elect Madabio, it say elect in name. So that in itself, there is a stark distinction between liking your name, whether not sarcasm, as Ato Pratt don't insinuate, or whether not the name no more is kind of, we don't know. But one thing that I know is, if Donald Trump not for be an ambiguous personality, if I don't say I love your name, and it's a pleasure to welcome you here because I've heard about the impeccable achievements you're making in your country, and it is a pleasure to be in the same room with you. That would have been something of a different ball game. But just to say I love your name, Mada Bayo, then people will say it's a new.
Sorry for coming say. Lastly, on this one, maybe this na business summit where they go investment summit, yeah, where they go then pay money go for go actually grease the whole thing. And according to them, they say President Trump expressed gratitude to Sierra Leone President Madabio, describing it as a pleasure to welcome him at the business and investment summit held in Miami. So the question now, how many investors them don't actually sign a deal for come invest in Salone? We don't hear any breaking news of that.
Well, that is what we are waiting under the breaking news, under the top notch, for let them tell we waiting really. Sierra Leone as a country don't benefit from Madabio in many travels and we don't make here in WEF. Where then they use state resources, them they not ever account to we. Where they don't go take money, then put on a bank of Sierra Leone, say this is for presidential traveling. They not tell we the parameters, the guidelines that are to be used, and Parliament is not playing an oversight, including up to this point. Some of us are still very mad that somebody will blow the whistle, say they want for disgrace with presidency by submitting a fake receipt to the auditor general in office. Instead of holding those people accountable, now the office of the president, the person will blow the whistle, better now in end up then pull as auditor general. That is very sickening and very unfortunate because it is institutionalized corruption in a different way at the highest level. So we were waiting whether one, we want to know how many dollars they use to go now Miami. Almost people then go for let them go commend Madabio in name say they let come. We want to know how much money they spend, how much businesses they done, let them not sign self anything. Let them just tell we say so people and don't promise say that they can't invest in our country. Because we don't see situations from 2018 and say they are on a rebranding spree. Up to this time, rather, now one scandal after the other, and Sierra Leone is being notoriously labeled as a hub of transshipment for cocaine and other illegal drugs. Is that what we are celebrating with all the monies that have been expended on the president in travel? But all waiting the president can tell you at one point when they question him, they go to the international media, he says Sierra Leoneans and when they raise concern about in travel are jealous with the jealous. And some of us they repeat say, Mr. President, we have no reason to jealous you because before you be president, we can able to count the number of countries them where you travel. But now, since 2018 to now, you don't get a field day, you dey travel like somebody with them cutting foot, you know, for Sidona country.
Okay, after before we go quickly on to another issue, let's see you want for say another you can tell is a woman Chris Baku.
Don't let that side. We don't let that side, but I just think say Mike Bayraytay continuously disgracing himself, and the way how the government they actually propagate things that are not important, now proof of the fact that they don't get evidence of anything important for push go before. So whatever a small thing they get, then go make a mountain out of an anthill. And so then for small thing, they will make them as if it's important. And it's actually not important. These things are not important. When you tell me, say, Fatima Sidomnia, Melania, it don't make sense to me. What it makes sense to me now that Fatima gets an agreement with Melania Trump for can do this. And you see Mrs. Trump can Sierra Leone can do such things. Then you sitting by Melania gets impact, which one I agree get, but for just something sit down by. In fact, what is being expressed in the message, the area of importance in the message itself, not the disgrace. Or just say this one was sitting by this person, say you sit down by this person, I disgrace. But talk say these people had a discussion and they come to disagreement. That's not progress. You understand me? That's not progress. Tell me say they get a discussion. So Madabio don't come to Trump. Trump don't say lekam. How Madabio take advantage of the likeness of your name? Trump say Madabio, I like your name. Take advantage of that. So what's not the advantage we take by? So well, if you like my name, can you kindly look into this and this? So that's where can and country are getting for cancer me people and say, well, until now me hearing President Trump say elect me name. So because he elect me name, me and talk able for do X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. At least lift up the band for some of we make we able for pass. You get what they say, and people that they wait for documentation, made able for say, all right, at least we process all they can begin and all of them thing. That's what progress is all about. That was progress is all about. The SLPP they continuously try for keep Sierra Leoneans as low-minded as they are. But one for tell God thank you. So we get people who are not low-minded, people who are thinking and seeing things for what they are, and we're able to talk about these things for what they are, so that we people let self understand. See, this not make no sense. It not mean nothing. Not for copy. Too. Not for copy.
Anyway, and about that, we'll just tell the man and say at this then don't call him name. Low move on. Yeah, low leave the guy there. What happen? Anybody we not celebrate, this particular thing. Nah, that TV pack about ain't talk. I was a man to get bad at. Alright, so we move with the issue. Let's talk about another, issue. Maybe let's talk about politics quickly, or let's talk about another international relations. Abdulai Bayraytay, we see you say, Mada Bill go na Guinea. Then go talk about border with Liberia and Guinea. They return. We see we young people them say Guinea don't withdraw, but Guinea say then they gradually withdraw. As all of this they happen, recently what we can see now for Guinea of all who don't go sit down and talk brother and sister business with, then choose for deport 1,000, close to 1,000, Salon people them from Guinea, and then put tear gas behind them back now the border. What do you make up of this top-notch international relations?
That's a very unfortunate situation because when you look at the bilateral relationship between Sierra Leone and Guinea, now one way very strong from time immemorial. I remember we been small, we know the relationship between Shaka Stevens and Sekou Touré. Where then they keep themselves to the extent, even if dissidents and then are one other person in your country, then they repatriate them. And we also see even the coup wey bin happen to Shaka Stevens. In Orongo now, another country in Guinea go. So that tell you the kind party business so we did. And we get every reason for let we get that kind party day. Because across the border to Guinea, you get very prominent tribes in Sierra Leone where also then again. You get the Gizi people them, you get the Fula, you get the Madingo, and you get the Baga people them across that border there, where then they talk Ifiba like Natimni people them. So we have that cross-border relationship, and not only that, we are also tied under the ECOWAS protocol. We say, I can able left Sierra Leone, I go decide say I want to stay in Liberia. That of course, that are the ECOWAS, and the other thing we guide the relationship. Now the Mano River Union up to recently where Ivory Coast joined Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Liberia. So, to be honest, to me, I feel very much disappointed that Guinea, you don't go host the two countries in Liberia and Sierra Leone. You hold them to say, una na me a third person, una na bobode, una no worry. I will work together. Then, in less than no time, you go do this to we young people them in the most humiliating way. You just go, you go spoil Boko of them, places them, then loot them, places them, then send them, come across the borders, they reach na Balamoya yanda. Then just say, una go, Sigabe, una go, sa una come out.
And this not only the first thing and they do that, where they not even consult, and just they can't throw them at the border.
It's not good for the bilateral relationship of good neighborliness between Sierra Leone and Guinea. It go undermine that fraternity we don't exist from time. I only hope say this time round we'll not go play politics about it. I dey expect say the foreign minister for able go with a strongly worded letter from William government to the government of Guinea through the foreign minister of Guinea for the attention of President Mamadi Doumbouya for let them rekindle that long-term relationship with it. Because imagine with the kind population then where they crisscross between Guinea and Sierra Leone. Suppose Sierra Leone go get our people and say, okay, una back na full of them. We be say we get full of them when na Sierra Leone them born, then they na Sanda, then hub, then we'll just go take them, then we'll take Madingo people them, we'll say, okay, una back go across the border. How can we tell they are Guineans just because of their language or their looks we then get? I'm not think say this is good for party business between two countries or called bilateral relations. It's not good today, it's not good, and it get a tendency for blossom to a situation we not go good, especially when you look at the geopolitical relationship we exist along the border between Guinea and Sierra Leone. Because if you go up to Yenga, where you reach Kailaun, now small water na in you dey just cross, you dey go Gegedu. When you cross back Nongowa, you come back, you don't dey inside Sierra Leone. So we no want that kind thing in there. We get border. If you even go along the Farana by Kabala, Bien Kabala, na Farana, we get a very stretch of a border again with Guinea. So in essence, we and Guinea and not a benefit nobody for let we go into any altercation we go undermine the party business we dey between we. So I only hope say dem go handle this thing on a timely manner. That time wey Mother Bill dey spend for the travel for the name recognition, if we're able to use this effectively for engage in Guinean counterpart, for say this is not good, we don't come it, we don't do a communique, at least that relationship between we. If problem, they law discuss them, but not so just after Okomoya in less than no time, you go boom boom young people and say na Sierra Leone and then you send them across the border. I not think that it is fair and not a good way than for promote relationship between two countries.
At all?
Yeah. So maybe let's start with the me. I can like for talk about the leader himself. Sir. First of all, the Guinea situation don't strengthen the fact that the leadership of SLPP Paupa, Marabio, actually not get respect for the people of Sierra Leone. I will tell you this for free. You know, when Bayraytay the talk before now, it be make mention that it may cross over this and make mention that the president not even talk to me about anything. These past few days, I listened to the speech with the president of Liberia give to the people then after the tripartite meeting when they get to Guinea. But we know hearing we presidents come back and talk to we at all. And apart from that, we also know hearing we president talk to we about this issue of deportation, about the issue of the security. As a country, when a situation like this they happen with a neighboring country, especially a country with which you share border, on also they get the same border, and not only get the same border, on also get the same people them. Like what they say so, where they over your country and they over yonder. It's very important that the government they get back to the people them for strengthening we resolve and allay with fears. One of the problem we make when things they happen, you go see say Sierra Leoneans they become very, very agitated. One for Fet Guinea, one for Gona Guinea, one for Bon Guinea, one for do this, one for do that. Not to say na anything. Now because the leadership they left the people outside without being informed, without being assured. The thing that we matter be for spend time for talk to the people, you know, gets that timely. You know, gets that timely. We're very, very shameful. Marabio gets time for listening to when we talk, say, we suspect, say, he get cancer. He get time for listening. He hear that news day. He listen that news day.
He react to the news day.
And then you go back. Now people pray day. When people endorse the fast on for tell God thank you. You go turn them into a political business. You go there, you go mention that thing they did. When they show you say, you dey hear all the bad thing that when they talk about you, but the good thing that when they talk for like you do, you know they hear you. And they hear you, and they see. So the question are that why Marabio not get respect for Sierra Leoneans? Why Marabio they look down on Sierra Leoneans? Why Marabio they so much disrespect Sierra Leoneans? And why the SLPP pauper no they at least try for bring this come up with Marabio, let Marabio understand say he need for come to a people, he need for when important things they happen to a people them, he need for talk to a people them and assure in people them. You see, when you look at the issue of the disrespect we Guinea gets for Sierra Leoneans, this disrespect I'm telling you under Marabio, and they start to. You know they say you don't see under previous governments then. Even under Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, when this issue of Yenga been there eating up, you see say at some point it just like for say Yenga it should be done. It under by the time when Ernest come on power, even just say Yenga it should be done. You know they see this kind of nonsense. Ernest Bai Koroma not also Germano. But that's now waiting a leader they carry. Everything mix up and box up when Marabio take power. Now when Marabio take power, you got also like Mamadi Doumbia they treat Sierra Leone as a mania. Well, now in country, let tell you. When you get a revolutionary leader in a country, a lot of things that we go expect to happen. Yes, Sierra Leoneans then they didn't slum communities than Guinea, then this and that. Probably there are issues of drugs. Because these drug things then start all of them thing in there. And the reason why I make Mamadi go take that strong step because when you look back at what happened at Sierra Leone, the government is not taking any strong step to fight those things. When we begin to talk about tramadol and push, what thing they politicized it. They say, oh, it starts under Ernest Bai Koroma 2014. All right, now we agree say start under Ernest Bai Koroma. Now you didn't have power now. Now Ernest Bai Koroma didn't have power. If you start under Ernest Bai Koroma, what have you done to stop it? You don't do nothing for stop her, but you look for cast blame. You dey look for cast blame. For more than enough power, when this push business, what they talk about tramadol. Now when we have power, now this thing they also become very, very excessive. It become too widespread now. When make people then begin talk, now we want kind of power. And also just want kind of power self. Now when as far as me concerned, based on investigation, what they do now we wanna use drugs now as a weapon of mass destruction. Because una want for silence the young voices where now them people and they get power for jumping at it. Now them people and they when you call so when they call say demonstration and they call say sit at home. Now then they sure say then things that they happen. You una not say those are vulnerable youths and una not say most of them they in drugs. So what you wanna do? That we begin for say the proliferation of kush, the proliferation of tramadol, the proliferation of ecstasy, and many other drugs. Them cocaine will be so expensive. Don't let me cocaine was a very expensive drug in Sierra Leone. Now cocaine, what they call the white powder, now become very, very common and very, very cheap in Sierra Leone. We see the proliferation of all of them drugs and they. But what did they do? They did nothing. They allowed these drugs to continue. All over the time they say tramadol, when I look past boku of them pharmacy then they sell all these things and also be look what happened at Liberia border. Yesterday, this man left Guinea. He crossed from Guinea into Sierra Leone with over $1 million, 1994,000. I don't remember the figure, but over $1,100,000. He crossed from Guinea inside Sierra Leone. Whether he crossed from Gambia, because on that side they go cross inside, because you not go use the Kaila border side, or probably you cross from Kono. But no, all of the checkpoints are waiting at that road. They no see all that tramadol and all the money inside that man they motoka. After that man they go reach na Bow Water side, na Liberia border. Now that's any the Liberia man they go kitchen. Can any country take the other country they see yours? That's why Mamadi begin for misbehave. That's why Mamadi become very, very irresponsible. That's why Mamadi now begin for take military advantage over Sierra Leone. He tell Shaka Stevens na Sojaman Shaki the same go for Stop Guinea. Not to Sojaman the same go. Na Kopai the same go na ISU.
Okay. All right. So we'll continue with the rest of the program. So now we'll come back to you, Abdulai Bayraytay. You know, the issue they has just done the unfold, like when I don't rightly make the foundation, the Ministry of Information, the same way they may handle with Sojaman and they may run for come out and pull statement, and the statement being very much misleading. Until where the Guineans then come and say, no, now this. In fact, now inside we own area then catch. But in all of this, we don't see the ministry pull any statement again. And they not even talk nothing. We not get any official. Past the one the way they go visit now the border now that they talk in structured video there. Nothing we not get, for saying that this don't happen. So waiting make you think say the government actually dey treat the Salon people them this way for the malice them on very sensitive and important issues.
Because they not take we serious. And we don't dey say it is time for we Sierra Leoneans, irrespective of our physical space, for there we come united front, whether you dey SLPP, whether you dey APC, NGC, or whatever. And even for people and we not even belong to any political party, it is time for now we come with united voices for challenge this government, say this is not the right way to govern a state. Now that make her be feel so terrible when Mother Yobi get the first opportunity, we go all waiting and call a town hall meeting with Sierra Leoneans. We, a very young Minister of Information and Civic Education, one young lady, Tinap, really articulates the views of the majority of Sierra Leoneans, how things are hard in the country. Instead of commending that young lady, they say she was very bold and eloquent and that he know the issues and way they talk about. The next thing, they say, oh no, you cannot ask the president such a question for say things are hard. The next thing they say, oh, this is not APC person. Then puts the lady, then deflects the issues the way the lady raised, then begin to talk, say, oh, this one, na APC voice they articulate. The lady being for say, I am not APC. This has nothing to do about me being APC. In fact, I am SLPP. But you can see how people skew the debate. Then left, and the minister can use very derogatory words against that young lady. And he is a young man. The only difference, you get political power. I always tell people and say, will you hold power? Now they tell you they be careful what they say, your utterances. Because those utterances might come out one day to hurt you. Because everything is being documented. You don't want a situation whereby because you get access to the mic, anybody will come get a contra review against your own, you would go after them, you try for belittle them. The mic will change one day tomorrow. And when the mic change, you know one for the avoid being in the public. But at least what you have said will always be there. So now that make when Mother Bio choose Somalis we, then they only come to we when it is time for elections. Now the tenant they can get canvas people and votes. But we have a responsibility. We have a social contract with politicians, irrespective of SLPP or APC or any other political party. When you get power, you have a responsibility to talk to the people. Because it is only when you talk to the people, you go know waiting the people their needs, waiting how they feel, not so just the people then we surround you all them, then they clap for you. They tell you what you want to read because they want to maintain their position and the status quo. Now, one thing that the way President Koroma be they do, where some of us be they admire him. If they left win a status, they saying they go take lunch. Because we get the lunchroom up on the third floor. Before you remember, pass we here say the pa don't reach Kinjimi, don't reach Belgium. Who say this pass say they go take lunch. Wetin they do yonder with very limited security. And they go listen to the people then, waiting and they do. What is the perception about in governance? That is the way you they capture the mind. So that way if people and they can't even give updates to the president about things them, in don't go get them for stand from the public. So can't tell and say the people and say they're happy, they don't eat, all man they make a rest, they're very happy. Then the president will say, but this thing way they tell me. So when me go out there, not so that they youth people and they tell me, not so that they Makituman and they tell me. So there is a discordance. And this is where the president should come out and talk to the people. We'll put you as president, not to let you come malice. We are not enemies. And when we go after you, we are not enemies as well. We are not enemies today, tomorrow, anyway. Now, for let we hold you accountable, for let you able rule we better, because you get a covenant with we, which is called the social contract. Not to just when election term come, you can't to win. And that makes a call on every Sierra Leonean. Then go attempt for gag your voice. Then go attempt for silence you. Then go attempt for let you not talk anything, and they instill fear. Where you say you want to go demonstrate, and they instill fear in you. But guess what? In the most troubled times, now when we overcome fear, we speak truth to power. That is when we'll be able to hold our leaders accountable. And it is only when we do that, then democracy could be seen to thrive and work in the best interest of Sierra Leoneans. So that narrative where sometimes the government can make say, oh, now the opposition, now the people are happy, now the opposition not happy. Who then are the people then? These are people, some of them are political. They don't belong in any political party. All they care about is to make sure Sierra Leone is a better place, so that we don't even have a reason to go to Guinea, so that they can go humiliate we and send we in this kind of way, as if not the new mental slavery with it. So to me, the president gets a responsibility not to just for way anybody will get a dissenting view on a label and say, oh, this is our opposition voice. It doesn't work like that. Just like the statements where they see people and we all important position in our country, then they call opposition disgrace, then they call people and say, oh, they don't know the issues, then they belittle people them. I remember 2007, now so when the only SLPP accountable, then go buy Bokures, then go na Abacha say they go to arrest for people them. If una want eat here, we scatter this rest, una go plant. Is that the way you want to treat Sierra Leoneans? Do we deserve that? I think we should be better than that. Our democracy should be seen to work. State institutions should be seen to work. But guess what? The politician has an impeccable interest to continue to hold on to power. And this is where our own interest as a people should be. If you want to covet power, you must be seen to work for the interest of Sierra Leoneans. If not, we should all come together and put party politics aside and hold the government accountable, because that is political sovereignty belongs to the people, and it is a way of fulfilling the social contract.
All right, continue for the way to inside the program. I will allow Arthur to take you into the issue of the APC, and then protest. The APC, then protest, and waiting they happen. But maybe one for start with the council, the Freetown City Council, Arthur. I will let you lead the question to Bayraytay. You Mike, Arthur.
I commute. You will see the political situation at the country most recently, and you comment on that. You touched on that while you made the talk a while ago, as to the fact that we see a shift in political responsibility. Somebody that is not within, that should not be directly involved in the political. How we put them, not directly involved in dealing with governance issues, don't suddenly take up power or directly interfere into the situation when they go on now the Freetown City Council with regards the mayor, and the APC mayor and APC councillors, going away from their functions because of the party issue we then get with government. But you see this, we see the head of the SLPP party chairman, they interfere directly into this thing. Waiting at the impact of this action by the SLPP party chairman.
Now, misbehave. That is a classic example of blatant, naked misbehavior. Because you are not a member of council, you are not a member of any executive within the governance of the country, you are a chairman of a political party. So when I listen, this guy, they make some arrogant and ignorant statements and say, in are the leader of the opposition, of the ruling government, and he has a responsibility for putting out. I just shake my head, say, where are our governance structures? This man not even know, say, we don't have a provision for an acting mayor when we don't know in a council. Then say, in the absence of the mayor, when the councillors they want meet among themselves, if they don't get a quorum, they can choose somebody for preside over the meeting. That is what the Local Government Act say and the council provision. But for this man for say, yes, I don't give instruction. Who done are you for go give instruction? Because you're not a chairman of a political party? That is so insulting to the institutions of governance in our country. But again, I not blame him. Mother BOB don't come and tell you, say, because state institutions are not a function, now that making they interfere in them all. By right, this guy, he don't tell me, say, being a chairman of a political party within governance, he not even know in functions, because if he for know in functions, enough for rob mouth and council business or governance issues of the country. Focus in the for run your party, that is where you are chairman. But every Jack and Jill, they assume, say, it get a local standing.
PP don't decide, say, Blah is the leader of the minority inside FCC. You know, so? Yes. So if the mayor not decide for work, what you go do? You not go step up? Yes. We don't ask you for step up to the plate and ensure, say, all the people that within a government where you need for ask for support una for law una clean free town and run the city, more make sure say una do one.
Go ahead, sir.
Now, look at the unfortunate thing. What he was saying there should have been coming from the local government minister. But you are not in government. You are not elected for any government position. You are just a leader of a political party. But it tells you how dysfunctional the state be. Udan are you for let you go all such a meeting. But I'm glad though the young man, Mayor Blah in quotes. And young quick one, he say me not to act in mayor. He say this thing me no. So you can see how the country is unfortunate way certain things like this they happen. Everything is being politicized, and the mayor and in deputy, they're not just grab and come on a council. Things that happen where President Bio don't sabotage with in chief minister, because we no go get there in the middle of the implementation of an agreement for national unity, where the main trust, according to recommendation 78, it gets something for do with the appointment of the chief electoral commissioner. Whilst legally you have the right to make such an appointment, according to section 32, subsection 3 of the 1991 constitution, if you're honest to Sierra Leoneans, you go advise yourself, say, you know what? I will hold on this appointment of Edmond Alpha because we did in an implementation of an agreement for national unity, we bond the tripartite. In good faith, let me wait, let other does not come. But somebody will even complicit in the rigging of the 2023 elections, particularly now Ward 155 na Konadugu district, we go change 049 to 149 for give an edge to the SLPP. Then you say, no, I don't care. I don't consult with parties, then we're not even in a parliament, with all due respect to them. Once I don't get that one day, I will appoint this person. That is not a way to rule a state. You have to get the skills of conflict resolution. You have to build consensus so that there will be integrity, transparency, and trust. Because not forget, say, having a chief electoral commissioner and the holding of periodic elections, it is not just for election purposes. It is a conflict mechanism process so that the survival of the fittest cannot prevail in a fledgling country or democracy like Sierra Leone. Now that make anybody where they preside over the electoral commission should be somebody with an impeccable character. But so far, you want tell me say if you go with the recommendation, then we then say at least give the interreligious council, give SLAJ, give the bar association the mandate. Make them come with somebody where then they constitute a body, where then they go into the search, then bring 3 names for you, Mr. President, and then 3 names then you choose. But better waiting they even come in a very dishonest way at the Pratt was the president even wants the recommendation where they pull now the CRC, then say now the president for even go choose for SLAJ, would therefore be part of the search committee. That now like what you can say, you give the cow, then you hold the rope. Left them bodies there independence, they made them choose. You see, we get for bring honesty into the political governance of a country. Now that make the thing way happen at city council very ugly and tasteless because we know they expect a chairman of a political party. But you know why? Because we don't see the box up and mix up way where everybody they rob mouth and governance, even though we're not in business. Now that make you see say the chairman of the SLPP also gets the naked and broad daylight audacity for involved for say you black and they make you today you take over the mantle not so then you get the proteges them where they all say yes sir not true. It is just unfortunate.
One more thing I want to ask with regards of that, you think to say this that particular action also they point to a situation in which the SLPP seem to lack the right kind of leadership when the president they absent. The government seem to lack the right kind of leadership whenever the president is not within the state.
Now a jungle they in right now. Every Jack and Jill. You remember even the August 10 demonstrations.
Situation.
You see people they like Alpha Saidu Bangura, they go on TV. Anybody will come out, they shoot to they get. You wouldn't know you for go give such instructions. So you don't see say everybody where they close to power, it abrogate responsibilities way not to in your function. Now that make it unfortunate that now out of ignorance. You remember one time self where I don't know even First Lady Fatima Bio, even they try for go interpret for the SLPP, their own constitution, where you not get no clue about. For say the Secretary General he get power pass the chairman. Just because in your Secretary General we win a parentarily, now in your protege. So you see, people are interpreting state issues to suit their own whims and caprices, which is so unfortunate. So this is an example. If not be a serious political party, then for call Batilo Songa and query him for say you don't go rob mouth pan state institution where you have no business in doing. That is where they can even suspend him. I can imagine in Canada now, the leader of the Liberal Party, we know they inside government. For let he go give instructions to the city council now, we mayor at Toronto, Oliver Chow. For say, well, you don't say you they don't take up. Then you go, you say no. Well, you know what? We the conservative or the liberal, we are here, una take over. You can never fathom that because the system works. And for me, if it works in this part of the world, why should we always be at the receiving end? Why enough for work in our country? They can say, Bayraytay, you they compare apples to oranges. But why we for always settle for the less? Why should we always settle for the less? If me, been there inside SLPP government, that kind of action way Batilo Songa take, if not singular action it take without the blessing of the government of the day, he should be queried that you have gone to poke your nose in activities that you have no business in.
All right, so one last question on this particular issue. I want to reference something. You agree with me? Say when we massacre people in Pademba Road, one of the people in name we call it the women's leader at the SLPP. We not one other person, but Fatma Tasawani. They be calling him that
former women's leader.
Former women's leader. Sorry, yes, thank you, sir. Former women's leader of the SLPP.
And now Adam, the deputy ambassador to Guinea.
So now at that point in time, for the former leader or women's leader by then, forget such a high level clearance. For me, I don't know. I stand to be corrected. I sound like a high level clearance within government system for make when at 3 o'clock morning or what's that? That'll be the time Nandi. You say then call them 3 o'clock
yes,
morning.
2 to 3 o'clock. You get access to Pademba Road. We're not a government work, man.
When you look at that thing, when you look at that thing, see say like this has been like an ongoing pattern of the SLPP for ensure say the people within the political party itself, they in charge in such a way that they could now control the affairs of the state. And how constitutional is that?
Then are ignorance. And not being no business to go Pademba Road. Who are you? You are a women's leader for your party. When it comes to state security, you have no business there. What you go do there? So now that makes some of we they look forward to a commission of inquiry for know what happened at Pademba Road within the law for let we old people live accountable. That is very, very important. But for be surprised at all. First lady not gonna do holding. A go old meeting there, we'll get a minister of labor, we'll get a minister of mines. Not to go the singularly. A go old meeting, go create an incitement there. Where at the end of the day, then sue the government of Sierra Leone, not the first lady. At the end of the day, then find we guilty as a government just because of the arrogance and ignorance of a first lady. We go stoke tension there. We don't lead to what not happen. So people and they now no jobs. They no say Fatima Bio. Now the government of Sierra Leone. You see the state is very dysfunctional. Every Jack and Jill, they abrogate to himself rules and responsibilities them way economic. Imagine first lady at one point even get the audacity tell we say, they take money from government. Then where auditor general reports come out, they say, oh yes, I they take over now me man now they approve for me. Now so we don't turn governance issues as a family affair. Is that the way we want our country? First lady host other first ladies then at the sub-region. He say na him buy them tickets them using state resources. Pass the other country then and say, no, me they no buy ticket for me because they don't take per diem yanda for Canada. They say, no. Now we own government, now make we will go na that meeting day. So you can see the contradictions there. Every Jack and Jill want for show relevance. It just see by now because me now being presidential spokesman. Anything now I go poke me. No. Certain issues then when they come na my desk, and they say, you know what? This issue it fall within the purview of the Minister of Energy. This it fall under local government. Yeah, they make sure say I refer the people them to the appropriate so that they will get the adequate response with they need. But if I say because I didn't a president, any after I want for be all about the place like say me na the policeman, it doesn't work like that in a democracy. And now when you know governance issues, now that make, with all due respect to David Francis, when I read that book, How to Govern a Poor Nation, he come, he talk. He try for defend himself, all the things them. Then the one thing we no mention, now that name way he been go earn for himself so cheaply, Mr. 1%. We go address them, investors them, people them. He say, you know what? We will then give you contract, at least if they give you, if na 100 million save, you can take 10 million, put in your pocket, which is 1%. He never addressed that. And he talk about the dysfunctionality in terms of roles. So you can see that waiting then at that book day, not to anything new. any political scientist, any somebody where they follow the history of politics in our country, that for fall under politics 101, where you for able no say in strict public administration, you get what you call the functions, roles, and responsibilities. Now that make you get the civil service, way for be independent, impartial, and apolitical. That tell you say then they run government business and not for interfere into that. So all man get in your functions under the civil service code. And if you're not a member of the judiciary, you get your role. If you're not a member of parliament, you get your role. If you're not a member of the executive, you get your role. That is the rationale behind Baron de Montesquieu in theory of separation of powers. And people will read it as a theory. The intention is you should know it in public administration to move countries forward. Now that make you remember where Obama bin go address Ghana. It talk say Africa, we don't need strong people them, we need strong state institutions. Why is that so? Because now the state institutions, if they are working, then strong people them will get the audacity for take bold decisions them for say no. These actions where they take are what you call ultra vires. That is beyond the scope of powers given me under the constitution. But under this current government, it's a windfall. Everybody they do what he want for do. So that is where we have a problem in the governance. Now that make you find out say when one person at this presidency and government, the information minister they talk one thing when a green, the other one who can't talk something when a pink, the other person they can't talk something when a yellow. They all they contradict themselves. Now that make we need a very strong and savvy opposition to hold these guys accountable so that when we come into governance as APC, we cannot make those terrible mistakes they are making.
All right, continue for the way to Inside the Program. The Inside Program we had on YouTube and on Facebook, and of course we get with Inside the Program Abdulai Bayraytay, where they help for discuss different issues them inside the country. Now let me still walk inside, the APC party. We don't this use parliament. The speaker don't meet with the leadership of the APC party in parliament for see how they can convince them for come back and say then go talk to the president on that for fair for resolve them because the APC parliamentarians they maintain them point say they stick by the party and they still get issue with or Edmond Sylvester Alpha. And then we as well see the council, where of course we don't deal with them. But above all of this, we see the government in as much as they try for negotiating, try for discourse or get a dialogue around this same kind of thing. But you get people where they say nothing no go change. For example, the president don't say go give all in support to the electoral commissioner, and we don't get the minister of information don't come and say, come on, the president not get the right again at this particular point for withdraw. The appointment of Edmond Sylvester Alpha and Nainge for take me to 2028 election. Listen this one quickly.
The APC party don't raise concerns since the one of the appointment, and finally we see the parliament they approve and they don't take out of office before president. And now then they say for let them reverse the decision. In any way, government or president gets plan for looking to this issue and reverse this decision.
The president don't get a power there. The constitution clear. The president don't get the power for waking money and tell the man say your decision, your appointment is reversed. It don't go through the due process. APC know this.
So is it that the APC party is wasting time presently?
Again, me, say I can be careful now. Not to use words. Me, I like for treat and engage APC with respect. I just tell you, see, the constitution is very clear. The president not get the power for waking money to my and tell the electoral commissioner say you are fired. Or will they pull you? No, it don't go through the process. It don't take the oath, and at the duly than the democratic process where APC may get an opportunity for engaging, and they choose not to. And they know Senator Edmond Alpha now go conduct the next election. Me and they know that.
So who that choose not for do engagements? Because with the APC say even when the president be appoints propose, then contest against that one day. But say now then they try for meet with the president, then the president not give them any audience and all the things there. But now the minister they say the APC been gets an opportunity for engage, but they refuse and choose for go up with protest.
But what is this engagement? It is very clear in our constitution that before you appoint, you get for do consultations. But in the vocabulary I'm thinking of Mother Bio and it proteges them, engagement to them is writing a letter. That then do then send a letter to we as a party. Then by the time we remember, then say, oh well, we don't get a quorum. Other parties then we know the parliament themselves about 12. They all don't endorse it. Monalpha, it's okay. Then you say, okay, now I'm going to act under section 32, subsection 3 of the 1991 Constitution that conferred the right of the president. But you see, now we go back into history. I remember late President Tijan Kaba, they appoint one Mr. Aka for Leby Electoral Commission. People then raise concern. Now I say, okay, you know what? For the sake of democracy and peace. And then telling they will not even get an agreement for national unity. But Pakaba in a wisdom, he say, I need a consensus person where they carry go into elections so that either them win, they go accept the result in good faith. He rescind the appointment, the nomination rather. Now he bring in Christian Athop. And Christian Athop now in carry go into the 2020 into the elections. So at the end of the day, if Mother Bio be honest to Sierra Leoneans them, whilst in action are legally okay by nominating Edmond Alpha, but the political experience was fraught with doubts and credibility. And that is what we are saying as a party. So if they say that issue, and Edmond Alpha also gets a responsibility. Not to for let them go endorse you, when them come up parliament, you begin the can dance, you they make hints from other people them. That is not leadership. That is not leadership. If Edmond Alpha so loves Sierra Leone, he go say, "Una know waiting." This me appointments don't bring a lot of controversy. Mr. President, I appreciate you nominated me, but to be honest, for the sake of tranquility and credible, I so love my country. Please, Mr. President, give me the opportunity to resign this new appointment. I would rather not be the Chief Electoral Commissioner, but I will still want to work for the Electoral Commission if I so desire. What is wrong with that? In the name of peace. We don't need this. We need the opposition for be part of the governance of the country. What is wrong for less one person just not can be a factor for let things employ now we are as a country. We have made a lot of progress from the war we end to the holding of elections. We don't hold transition, etc. We don't get military coup, people encamp, they resist them. We don't see a civil war, we resist them, we overcome them. Why should one person? Is Edmond Alpha indispensable without him? And when you look at the concerns where APC don't raise, they are very legitimate and genuine. This man here already evidence they were very compelling about incomplicity in waiting happen at Kabbalah. Imagine 049 turned to 155, and he was there as the then Northern Commissioner. Is that the kind person way, even for the sake of integrity and trust, you one can put as electoral commissioner? I don't think say fair to APC with all due respect. And the president still gets an opportunity. How he don't hold behind the scenes consultations with Edmond Alpha and the other and Codem, he can still tell us, say, you know what, Edmond Alpha, I be made good for you. You don't need kind of public, Mr. President, tell we say now you don't go tell her. Edmond Alpha, you have the needful. Your conscience, where you sleep, how you were able to sleep for say you don't take a position with controversial, and it's not only controversial, your integrity and credibility has been trumpeted as the reason why the main opposition not in a parliament today, why they're not in a council, why they're not all other chairperson's position in our country. Is that what you want as a president for yourself? Do you want to go into history for say, yes, you not the person will add to the divisiveness in our country? So this is a wake-up call. And the minister, the list that talk about insinuation say, APC self know that one day. If we be know that one day, there is no reason for law boycott governance. So that one I will just dismiss in statement as being very hypothetical.
So with all of this now, you think say una get any way out of this? Because,
I think say we have a way out because we don't see some efforts being come with the chief minister. He come, he makes some kind frivolous statement, say APC is a disgrace. And later, he not even think twice. He say he one meeting with the APC. We say, no, we are not going to sit with you. And the leader of the opposition in the parliament, Abdul Kabo, was very clear in no uncertain terms that they will sit down with them because of the frivolous comments that we make. But rather, the Speaker of Parliament be able, in a very respectful way, invite the APC for go sit down. And we don't make a point clear. In essence, the Speaker of Parliament was going to serve as an intermediary between the main opposition, APC, and the presidency. So we are waiting now that it don't go convey, supposedly, the concerns where we don't retreat. We only hope, say, then go able to see good reason for less stalemates not in the governance of a country, that one person now can always to ransom, and the president gets a responsibility. You cannot go into an agreement for national unity with the opposition and halfway in the implementation that is leading to the Constitutional Review Committee, then you begin to make appointments them when at the heart of the matter we say we want to make sure part of these tripartite recommendations, if we implement them, now for let we able get better elections in the future. And in the process, you go bring in another person when are already an antagonistic in the complicity of stealing or rigging the 2023 elections. That is a naked political contradiction, and that is our concern. And every genuine Sierra Leonean for be concerned about that because we deserve better in our country.
Okay. So with all of this, we dey see now, waiting everybody they all about now the tripartite recommendation, and people in they all about implement. And then you get the electoral justice people and people who still believe in electoral justice and say it's still they on and they fight for the 2023 election until they get what they want. Say una we been say it don't done and dusted. Now the Allah for the tripartite way una been say done and dusted, a gentleman's agreement. So who say una day now with all of this?
Well, I believe say the people in way they talk about electoral justice, they are missing the point here.
Okay, so it's not the point.
For some of us, when we say it is done and dusted, I was very clear on we had platform when una been given the opportunity. I remember I was very clear say that thing we then say then they go recount the 2023 elections. I said that is done and dusted. They know they go counter again for say let them can't count again. Then they don't done, we don't pass, water don't pass Gary.
Okay.
But when it comes to electoral justice, who do not want for let we get better elections in our country? I am in for electoral justice. The dichotomy here is not about electoral justice versus recount of the 2023 elections. Those are two different things. When I read the recommendations, including the divergent ones, then every good meaning Sierra Leonean would doff in heart say, yes, we want better electoral systems in our country so that waiting happen 2023, it not go repeat itself. And that is why some of us are spending all our time and energy to even come to such platforms to reiterate the point that we need better elections. And I have also repeated consistently, when you go look at the recommendations, then you go to the 2022 Public Elections Act, then you go to the 1991 Cap 6 1991 elections. There is nothing new within the recommendations. Because trust me, Sengbe, if we follow to the letter, waiting in at the Public Elections Act of 2022, then we follow what in the Constitution say. Sierra Leone will get the most transparent elections with integrity and accountable election results. That is my point. So for me, I am in to electoral justice because it is something, if we achieve, it will improve the electoral system in our country, which could be a conflict resolution prevention mechanism when we get credible elections. But for say, tomorrow, ECOMOG they come for Camp Madabio. Every other Friday they pull Madabio. In fact, the ECOMOG, the African Union, they're all. Oh, ECOMOG don't cancel, they don't reach Lunge. And then they can't recount the election 2023. Now, that one they are diametrically opposed with such a thinking that, you know what, as far as the 2023 elections are concerned, they are done and dusted, which doesn't mean I am not in for electoral justice.
All right. So you mean say when they carry the two flag together, one for see justice, but at the same time we want for move on.
Honestly, you can see our party, we don't hold lower level elections. You can see people them even waving the talk say, oh, sometimes then they can't recount the elections. We see them don't come in and they declare for be flag bearers. That don't tell you say the 2023 elections are over. But we are all desirous to make sure the things that the notorious things that happened in 2023 must be corrected. And that is where we are pushing for let this government be honest enough and make sure say them all things them within and the recommendations. Where of course, in my own humble opinion, they are nothing new because if no more, law we say recommendations, not the tripartite, not the. If we get people them with integrity, they say we are going by the letter stricto sensu of what is in the Public Elections Act of 2022 and the provisions and the powers given and expectations of the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone as established by law in our 1991 Constitution. Trust me, if we get credible people there, we can get the most impeccable, clean elections in our country. But that notwithstanding, I see the recommendations have been very complimentary to what is in those two documents, and therefore we should make sure they are in tandem so that we can all be proud to say, when APC win the elections, nobody will come point finger say they're rigged, but rather they will be very transparent and will get the trust and mandate of Sierra Leoneans.
All right. So yesterday, we actually they try to get this kind of discussion, and we've been like me personally, be the same message to Samora Kamara. So the question now, also on a day because every man counts. Also on a day with regards engaging Samora Kamara, and the one they will still believe in and because them plenty.
To be honest, I have maintained that Dr. Samura Kamara, people they don't try for richer. A member, Dr. Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kabo, IB Kabo, when a very seasoned politician and one of the elders now party, they don't even come publicly for say they have made consensus efforts to reach out to Dr. Samura, and people in the try for reach out to her. If Dr. Samura still get a mandate, if he wants for declare for be a flag bearer in our next convention where they come August 9, 10, 11, and 12 Napotloko, if he desire, nobody no ban from that. And we need everybody within the party for let we able to come and give SLPP a run for the money. If they above say they get boku money from drugs, if they feel say they don't they tax parastatals and they don't give money for the party, all of that, Sierra Leoneans are very desirous to give them a run for the money. But that can only come to fruition if we as a opposition party, it is one thing for law we say we're ready for take over the governance of the country. The people therefore also see the readiness in us. And part of that readiness, now we then see say we are united, we speak with one voice, we can get with differences them in terms of moving to the convention for choose a flag bearer, for elect to flag bearer. But the bottom line is now one person go get for mark forget, and we for be seen to rally behind that person so that we'll give SLPP a run for the money, so that the arrogance with which they don't come into the governance of the country, we will put up to a stop.
All right, the program we still watch. Now we are on YouTube and on Facebook. Of course, we get Abdulai Bayraytay to inside the program. This event time, it help we follow discuss several issues them na the program. Let's leave this open now. You know, because we don't reach to one point where we can take calls. But I'll open this for you. What you think say been very much pressing for you for discuss we not touch?
To be honest, I think say Una don't do a very wonderful job this evening, because most of the trending, I can say, I use my journalistic jargon here, the issues that way they trend. Basically, Una don't highlight them, we don't talk about them. But one thing where I watch one video today where na the former director na law school, where he resigned, he come public, he make a lot of statements them, where he indict the Chief Justice, he name a lot of names them. But he talk one thing where I want give am kudos. He say not to today in challenges them begin. He say you know one made this issue na law school, may it be like say na region or tribe or politics. He say because when the fight will begin, it will get people in the SLPP we support her, even though in a northerner. He says so this is not about it. He say it is about procedure. But for me now, you see, the law school, it don't be in existence for like 37 years. I be expect if this kind of thing happen, maybe Dr. Bangura for don't go through the process, although he say he don't make overtures them. But one thing we disturbing at this, then say Chuma Jabi, he been give a manifesto promise, saying for construct a bar association building. Then the same land where the law school gets, he say na they them for go court for them, na they for go bill. Then they say them put contractor signboard for say funded by the government of Sierra Leone and the law school. Now I say what? I say na this same Tuma Jabi way Ben Kefala bin go rig elections on Akenema, he be president of the Bar Association. Now he still lay into this controversy. But I only hope say, because I know one thing we then can say, or the alterem pattern, when a Latin phrase we say, always hear the other side of the story. Uderi, waiting Dr. Bangura don't talk, the circumstances then will lead to in resignation. So no areas the other party then young thing. So the list are going into details. But one thing though we're very clear. I want me that thing about say law school, just one law school. Make them do what in Ghana do. Ghana don't come up this much. They don't come with what they call the Legal Education Act, where they don't decentralize the law school. Higher institutions them, where they offer law, then for able to train them lawyers them, then nationally then go sit the bar. Would that pass? It pass. So that thing where Dr. Bangura talk that video say, the Chief Justice, they even say, oh, too many lawyers. How can you go and admit so many people, 730? Then he said, no, sir, not to 730, now 570. And we are talking about a law school where they produce people and we get for going at the judiciary, where are the arbiter of promote for or maintain and defend the constitution and justice. So if we get them kind thing there at the law school, decentralize it. Send a team to Ghana, go copy how did they reach to decentralizing the law school, and so that we'll get one bar exam nationally where they take, would that pass it pass. I think say that will address most of this issue. That thing say that now that's no more me. We stand out way. I just want rub more small. But as I say, for the sake of all the alterem pattern, I go left and day because I haven't had the other side of the story yet.
Okay, continue further with me inside the program. This event in Abdulai Bayraytay, we of course now former presidential spokesman for Ernest Bai Kuruma. He's still there with me at the show. But it's about time for we can go over to now. It's about time for It don't reach time for like we can go over to Una for come, get on your own views into the program this evening time. So we want for know now what do you think? What do you think about all of the issues them we don't discuss inside the program this evening time. All of the issues that we don't discuss inside the program this evening time, waiting now you take the line open now, call and add your voice inside the program. Call now and add your voice inside the program. This night program when we are on YouTube and on Facebook. Abdulai Bayraytay, they between inside the show. So you can call, we get 2 minutes per call, 2 minutes per call, and after that you can take your leave. Please, as you begin where we say yes, okay, that means say your time done the up. Call now and add a voice inside the program. Usai we dey. So whilst we dey wait for that, Abdulai Bayraytay on a party, you think say una really this time around serious because then there's also I mean they do one short program in our kitchen where they talk about the way how members them of parliament, members them of una party, they betray the trust of the people. And for example, the vote of Lara Telopias, we will see self-members of una party, and then accidentally, I want for put on so, this call where they come, I put them on hold first, lay wait. Please hold on, just hold on at the line so quick, yeah?
Sure.
Okay, so I will put them so. We see say, Tamemko accidentally, as he say, he go na a parliamentary sitting and then he actually come and apologize na the morning show. So you think say, una really dey inform for day as a party for take up whatever challenge and go that with una word una can say in the struggle for APC. Yeah, victory day. Una ready for day together. Nothing no go shake una. You sure of that?
So far, based on the pronouncements and what they get and the tangible actions what they see, I want place me faith for say APC no go betray the trust with Sierra Leoneans and getting them. And this is going to be a litmus test for them because the moment they no handle listing properly, if we no handle them to the expectations of Sierra Leonean, let this feel like they don't push me to the wall or don't bounce.
Okay.
So this should be the test for all of us moving forward.
Okay, thank you. All right, so let's take the first call. And interestingly, Naima Nainka has the first caller. Welcome to the show, Ajibu.
Thank you very much, Pierre. Thank you very much. I want to say thank you very much to Mr. Abdulai Bayraytay. Then kind of when they do so they lecture where they give so they help plenty. In fact, some man can say after elections they left because he gone to Canada and all they do nothing for the party. But then kind of work here where they do so, they take in time, the analysis, and for bring facts to people then. Not so small thing now and they are talking at all. 2 questions from Mr. Bayraytay. Question number 1. Plenty people they talk about Samora for not to talk to them about APC the chances for 2020 election. The question to Mr. Bayraytay, the people where they be electoral justice. Are there 2 APC people them Samora allegiance they do? See it make it give a own assessment of that. And my second question, we understand now say Honorable Ambassador Ali Mami Kamara, the PPMC, struggle to get an understanding as to whether the executive of the particular will continue on after the entire office done on February we pass through. We don't further understand now say Honorable Ibrahim Mundu, further from the leader of government business and parliament, at the press conference, and he don't see he they take this to a logical conclusion. He wants to make a court go key the interpretation of the law as to whether or not the executive get right. And the one making government as to whether in fact the executive get right for continue if they get the mandate for continue, or if they're not getting mandate, what is for do for at least get a mandate? Thank you very much, sir.
All right. We go on the line and take another call again. Welcome to the show, family member. Your name and sorry call from, please.
I call America. I'm not do. I want to respond to Mr. Bayraytay over the done and dusted issue with the room about. For me, I know I accept which he talk. I believe which he talk as about the way Bayraytay be used that word. It's like when at that time it's like there is no remorse on them the way they see him face, the way they talk, because somebody like you don't take something at me hand. If I can't tell me people they say, hey, they don't take this thing at me hand. No. The way they say that facial expression, you know, be sure for the people that feel say, be looking at my ads or if you want. So that one thing that they way make people them feel say they talk bad. Hey, that's it. Then you don't understand, yeah. Like that careless way of saying something. Like you don't even feel them. Because if I made it for use our body, and before put small oil for them for the people that know say me self, I don't favor at all. That's what they do well. Now that they say they don't do what they have to do. So now in this whole the way you can put on the wall, this thing don't get no oil. It just look like normal, like you don't get the feeling like they don't steal elections. So these are the things where they respond much for to be end. Yeah, thank you so much.
All right. We go on the line again and take another call quickly. Welcome to the show, family member. Your name and sorry call from, please.
Hello?
Yes, welcome. You get the platform.
Yeah, we are down at the do.
By God empowered, it's try yourself.
Yeah, please, I get this question for Mr. Bayraytay.
They listen you. Go ahead, they listen you.
According to the other party, you liable Kamara. Samura Kamara, this man go sit down and concede without the of APC executive, which now a top ranking member in the party. Hello?
Go ahead.
A top member, he go join another party without the consent of the executive. Why the APC party not expel? He is not expelled because yesterday's session there was some kind of conversation where I listened. That's why they asked this question: why Samura Kamara is not expelled?
All right, we don't miss one day, so we go again on the line. Welcome to the show, family member Abdul.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, to add to it in one of the caller been just say, I think that statement will be make about the electoral justice. See, it is done and dusted. Not been too, but it's here and too quickly. Pierre, you self go remember the table we all tense. We want for know what thing will happen after them have been on still the election. You know, from in political analogy, you look at the situation and say, I feel see this game over. But you know, and they be hard for let somebody accept them. But I think as time don't they go on, people gradually don't they see and see that fight and the expectation of waiting we been think about it gradually die out. You know, so that the price that no Bayraytay been paid. But I see where they talk today, the love and the thumbs up, then they go up. So I think say it don't they go back to in previous status. I'm glad for that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. They go again at the line and take another call quickly. Okay. Mr. One day, let's see. Welcome to the show, family member. Your name and side call from, please.
From London. I just want to ask, right, you mentioned Samura and conventions. What's the chance for, say, for Samura if Samura for go for third term, for the chosen as flag bearer? I also want to know as well. What do you feel about the current situation, the drug issue in a salon, and how we able to remove this situation from the country? Because right now, really, they do bad for we. And once country become a narcotic state, at the end of this country, really, you're not able to take them back. Okay, bye.
Okay. Here we go again on the line and quickly and take another call. Let me see who do we get again. Uda, nobody. Okay, if we end the call ourselves today, not bad. Now it's time because once they go over to Abdulai Bayraytay, we know they take any more calls again. Call now or the voice. The line's still open. We still wait for you call for come inside. The line's still open. It's still open for you for call and at the voice. We take another one quickly. Welcome to the show, family member. Your name and circle from, please.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Bayraytay.
Yes,
see, bodies done and dusted. People may look and say it's a bad thing, yeah. But if you look it helps a lot. Although the feelings and the mix up, but it make people they try to forge ahead for a better picture. You understand? Because if this don't, if the episode come out earlier, then the mass this thing. You understand? The people from it turn against them. Do you understand? At the end, where they cannot say this thing not enough for happen.
Okay.
Up to this time, and this is better. They say earlier is better than later. You understand? Then secondly, Mr. Bayraytay, please, I want to clarify this thing. You understand? Samura Kamara is a tumbling block. You understand? For the APC party. How the APC go and deal with Samura Kamara in case? Because for the whole flag bearer, former flag bearer, for avoid your own party, for talk to the party member, you understand? Even the way he gets supporters them, and the supporters they still a supporter, and they look to what in they do, which is a harmful to the country, not only APC, to the country as a whole. You understand? So I know how the APC party go able to deal with that particular situation. They will not go affect the party, Then lastly, Mr. Bayraytay, you don't hold a very high position in that country. Understand? And you know the well establishment of diplomacy. You understand? How are we able to fight? You understand? For help for pull this drug where they affect that country, because you don't damage the country. And I believe say we are supposed to fight these things, not only the citizens in them or all the OPC, don't they own self when the people in all position that country. You understand? The way people they look up to now, I want to know this thing to the if that country they well, they go for blame now. I want to know this. So what they do for salvage this country, this situation? This is not my question. Thank you. May God bless you all.
Thank you very much. All right, we go again on the line and take a few more calls. Quick one, or not it at all. Few calls, quick one. Interesting, the call self the delay for coming inside. So maybe let's see. We take 3 more. We will just add to it. We don't get. So let's go. Welcome to the show, family member. Your name and circle from, please.
Yeah, I dey call from Weird family. First of all, I will say boku thank you to una. Weird, una really they help we the people of Mama Salon, because if you not to una, the time we the social media don't they like a lot of information wo the yeriso. Not for the get time, not for the year. Una thank you. Lord God bless una. Lord God bless una family. Lord God bless the one that wouldn't can come for take the time for participate in this wonderful forum. I just want to say, because right now we know what they go around the world, some of we, but the truth say, Lord they talk out. Something they painful, but it still need for talk. Actually, what they go now with country, Mama Salon. Believe you me, we go before we come the end. If they don't fix the wrongs of what don't happen before, it not go ever okay. Because when you look into all these things, now we call a spade a spade. SLPP, the true SLPP, I swear to God, waiting the power per SLPP they do so. They're against that. They're not happy. They're very much they're against that. But some of them, they just they inside the shell of the snail because then they take and say if they come out, they voice the angers them. Later on, it go detriment to them back. Like what they say, new wound, not the men old wound. Now the old wound first for men. When that new wound come, you go able to fetch that new wound back again. I want to just go back and reflect this and more alpha problem wouldn't they talk now because of old wound. Now they cause this problem. So I want the entire Salon people, whether they diaspora, they say Salon, whether you not SL, not talk about the pauper, the real SLPP them, and the APC, everybody in the country will love Salon, Mama Salon. Do you allow come together? Now all get one heart. Now not debate yourself. Now try for mend the old wound. That old wound, I swear to God, if you will not mend them, something there at the corner, when they allow that old wound for the new wound come in up. For let the new wound come in. Do you have me people them? Long we stand strongly. Long not allow them people I would see them don't build up this. Look what Mahmoud they talk.
All right. Thank
they
you.
not say something don't boil out.
Fine.
But then they fear, they all get fairness because look, the deputy spokesperson.
Thank you very much.
The parliament.
God bless
he
you.
Talk say if the
Thank
SLPP
you very much.
if they take in family, then they come on at the country.
Thank you.
He talked
God
that
bless you.
recently.
All right.
He said that
All right, we'll take another call quickly. Welcome to the show, family member. Any name and said call from, please.
Yes, boss. I am.
Thank God, are you safe?
I do find Mr. Big say, how did you, sir? Thank you very much for the lecture, sir. Please, I want for 2 line on the call away call before this one. Just concern very issue for the take. For take and very serious spokesman within our country. Where all they what are the steps that we say to take? What are the things them? At least people have in Twitter now because that's Nigerian and that's what they do. Then tweet say they make video and say Trump see them with him and we see the action where Trump take against the terrorism in Nigeria and steps they don't take. So what we they do right now? We see them everywhere. Every people they make Tangai, so every people they make stubborn. Matter be no say even if international community not give them money, that drugs guy they sponsor them. So why would not for Butu be the drug down no say na matter be them backing? America they against that drugs business. Europe they against the drugs business. Why we the citizens them who get them Twitter, them get them their WhatsApp them their platform there. We had in the try, we had to do very well, but not to the no more. People are like Kuna so Mr. Bayraytay say you Twitter they go a very long way. People of personality they watch you, they watch my post there. Why Una like Aju Bakwe talk we make also. They all get very important Twitter page them. So why we not for the use them?
All right.
Page them.
Thank you.
Facebook, Twitter, please don't use them, but I get not tag this dog guy in face. We tag them to post there, we condemn.
Thank you very much. God bless
Please,
you.
we beg.
Thank you. Well, let's take the last call inside the program quickly. Welcome to the show, family member. You name and said call from, please.
Hello?
Yes, welcome to the show.
Yeah, how you do?
Thank God.
So I made a call from because I did try for just say something. We don't do in Colombia before. We know how drug dealer they work. This kind of thing what happen at Salon. If you're not try for pull that man in that country, that drug dealer they no other government no go ever can they because they always sponsor the government and that will happen. So that is very serious because we know how Escobar be operate na Colombia. Yeah, the same thing that happened at Salon too. It's very serious.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so let me go over to you. Okay, let's take this one as a bonus call. Welcome to the show, family member. Your name and necessary call from, please. Hello, caller. Your name and necessary call from, please. Hello. All right, over to you, Abdulai Bayraytay. One give this one bonus call, but no one take him. All right, go ahead. Get the platform, please.
Thank you, Sengbet.
Oh, okay, sorry, hold on. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate all the callers them. This is the kind of debate we want. The engagement is about our country. And I will endeavor to respond to some of the questions, if not all. The most recurring thing we come about the drugs, and that is a big concern because we don't hear big names in this drug business in our country. Then we don't also hear somebody when an internationally wanted person in our country. When he go to church to president, we see outside the spokesman for the president can talk, say the church na public space, all man can go there. And they say, and maybe challenge that because I know when it comes to state protocol, outside the president they attend, all the seats are designated. And the president they see, he will know who that and who that they sit on there. So for long religious, he go na that church day. Then later we can find out, say, that man they even married Mother Bio in Peking. Then we don't become a scandal at the world. Because that would have been a great opportunity where president they use for the travel, they say they rebrand the country in image. Then under foot will get a internationally wanted drug person. Where they now country, we see how they interact with people and when state officials, including the former immigration boss, then we get more for desire. So whilst we they talk, we also see the people and where they die. The young people them then they die. Would they see them from the Kush? Would they see them at the bridge under Juba Bridge? Would they see them all over the country? Some of we they support behind the scenes. House of Happiness, for instance, they reach out to me. We give all the support, but that support is not enough. Sierra Leoneans them who for able demonstrate peacefully, we all placards say, we no want Bolijos in our country. The too much bad name, it don't too much. Then, who say you will not say this government not serious on the fight against drugs? Then go, former ambassador in Guinea. They end up declaring persona non grata, he come now country. Now, whose punishment you don't ever ever say the government do? But we see the man, he also they make commentary on political issues on behalf of the SLPP. So which means there is a culture of impunity and also the government not take this thing serious in the fight against drugs. I can say now lip service than they give. And the fight against drugs, it will be everybody in concern. And no Sierra Leoneans then at the diaspora, where they send money, then they support this fight against drugs, but they don't want to let them mention their names then. So those are also heroes in the fight. And we now, while should they fight, would they see also the drugs still they come. I think say this will be a collective fight beyond party politics. And that is very important. I may feel so disappointed the other time when the Speaker of Parliament say, where people and they talk about the cushion and they exaggerate. We are not exaggerating anything. Look at today the corpses them all they seen at the city. Look one corpse we don't in a Hastings for donkey years, if I can use that word there. And people are saying a drug the person die from. But waiting the mayor been do, where he raised that concern day, the minister of local government said they want data for sure saying a drug killing people in there. Can you imagine that? Is that the way we fight the drugs? So it is a very huge concern. It's a genuine one for that matter. So I think say we just not go tire for talk and also for take action and support the organizations that waiting at the ground where genuinely they fight for where we put the scourge behind we. Then to be honest, Whenever I talk about done and dusted, now with pain, I'm not happy for Tokam. I left Naya, me and my wife, will go 2023 for go join the elections campaign for support Dr. Samura. And now they go, will not ask the party for money. We own resources then that we even use in the campaign and support other people and just so that we win the elections. And at then a party office, we not do posting nothing. Then go fire tear gas per we. Some of we not only God know what we go through that moment there where we see the corpse of Mami Dumbuya we didn't kill. So when I they talk about that, it pain me. I'm not happy about it. But one thing the way I know, sometimes the way you see certain truth, some people then go say not been timely, but we've been there in a situation now, country, as soon as they say somebody, a politician, or they talk politics, then they associate you with lie. So long we able to speak truth to power. Just like waiting the other caller say, it says sometimes the naked truth, a better law we know Ali, we'll move on. Remember when they go for who sign the terms of reference, where Dr. Kaifala Mara say, do not preempt. It was very clear, Dr. Gaima and the information minister, they say, Bo, una no can embellish this thing, but do not preempt. He said this thing what they do so, we don't make them very clear, say, it don't get nothing for do with 2023 elections, not for future elections. So basically, they reiterated the point I made. So when they talk, not with joy. Now just that fact say, Lord, we get prepared and emboldened ourselves for say, we have to be better. Now that make her glad maybe today my disposition, like waiting Abdul say, he recognize and say, yes, my body language today look kind of upbeat. And indeed, because we they talk on very serious issues. But to be honest, whenever I talk and reflect on done and dusted, not so with joy. It pains me up to this point because apart from the resources we personally spend some of we, including some other APC people then, we just feel say there's still the elections with the connivance of the ECSL. Now that make we need for move forward for make things better in our country. Then somebody talk something where I don't know if that a fact for say Dr. Samura go join another party, the APC for expeller. To the best of my knowledge, I not get no impeccable proof for say Dr. Samura don't left APC, don't go join other party. Now they I don't know about that one day. Then Dr. Samura and in flag bearer race, the drug issue where the lady be mentioned. Yes, Dr. Samura, the constitution no ban. If he still want for go run for flag bearer for party, if he go, he run. If the delegates then say, yes, this man, we should still give him the opportunity, why not? He's still entitled to it. Then, of course, the person say, don't understand it better, for law, move on. And somebody say, how can the APC deal with Dr. Samura issue? Dr. Samura issue is for engager. A member of the party, he's still a bona fide member of the party, and is an important member of the party by the virtue of the fact, say, the party don't even give him an opportunity for run for 2 consecutive terms as a flag bearer. They get people who believe in him, and therefore every vote counts. We need everybody on board. Because for us, the bigger picture here is we want to make sure that all the terrible things, the drug way SLPP, they can romance with, they visit and don't get money, they want to use that one day for the next elections, where then they become so arrogant. We want to nip that in the bud. And the only we can do that is let all of us put we ego them aside and look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is Sierra Leoneans, majority of them are looking forward to APC to take over the governance of the state. And my own colleague and comrade, a brother, Ajibu Jallo, he raised very important questions. I appreciate the commendation we give in terms of the role we are playing by speaking for our party. He say electoral justice, the people and way they talk about it, whether na APC people. Well, to the best of my knowledge, even Warise, my good friend, he make am clear say no to the party appoint am for electoral justice spokesman. He say na Dr. Samura Kamara single-handedly. So when he talked down there at the time, I got confused whether it is a Samura Kamara agenda or if I don't come within the confines of the party so that the party can come together, just like how we been get the tripartite and the agreement for national unity. We see say Dr. Samura at one point, or they can report to the party. We'll see how the party take a decision. We then appoint Dr. Kaifala Mara for let he go represent the party so that we'll get updates on what's in the happen day. So I don't think, and what we say to the best of my knowledge, my interaction with Sierra Leone, and know him for being in Society for Democratic Initiatives, we're not a civil society organization, and the other people them are not able to associate them with, say, they're not APC people then. So that one, it's a good question. If Samura Kamara, just like we saying, be make an appeal for, say, Dr. Samura Kamara, if you listen me, do ya can talk to we will give you the free ear time for clarify some of those issues then we surround you in this fight against electoral justice. And the second one was APC executive, whether they can continue in office. One thing women know, we 2022 APC constitution say, if it happens, say, una dena office, una tenure, not almost done, una can still apply, una can still extend them to 6 months with the approval of NAC and una inform PPRC. I think say the party we don't do that one day, they also inform PPRC and PPRC respond for say yes, una can day and continue for the next 6 months. But one clarification though I want to make is this. Not to the executive get for conduct the elections. Because people and go in at the executive, where some of them go likely want for run for positions then. Now that make in the constitution of the party, we get the independent electoral management body, elections management body. Anything we get for do with the elections, now then they conduct them. So even if they are in power, when it comes to conducting the elections, now the IEMC, now they conduct them. So that is what I know about that relationship. So at the end of the day, if anybody say one go na court or go get an interpretation, the person for start first, for engage the party, for able to know what are the provisions therein in our constitution of the 2022 APC constitution. And also the fact say the executive don't even write after consultation with NAC, they don't inform the PPRC. It's informed, not to PPRC they approve, they inform them because that is what is our constitution. So that is very clear. So to me, all those court insinuations and other things, now we look at the bigger picture here. What is it going to benefit us, especially when it is not the IEM, not to the executive they conduct elections, not the IEMC. So Lord, look at that so that we know we'll get anything we will serve as a distraction for us as a party, because it will be a disappointment to the majority of Sierra Leoneans who are looking forward for APC for take over the governance of a country, because the current government, the SLPP, they're not good for the country, they're not good for themselves. By virtue of the way they don't rubbish everything at the country, including the chairman of the political party, SLPP, for can interfere in choosing an acting mayor for the city where it knows say that is not provided for at all. So having said this, I want to take this opportunity, Sengbe Pia, as always, you and your colleagues them, by Bure, Ato Pratt, for tell una plenty thank you. It takes a lot for let we come and discuss those issues. And most of the issues we discussed, they are not about politics. For instance, the drug issue and governance issues. It is to make our country better. So that is why some of we will not go tire For tell una plenty thank you. It takes a lot of dedication to spend close to 3 hours to just discuss about Mama Sierra Leone. So having said that, the callers, the people there where they watch, we are all on this together. There are certain things you may not agree with me, but I appreciate the civility with which people respond. And that will be the spirit. Because I am not sitting here thinking that all what I say is hook, line, and sinker. I should leave room for people to make observations about my comments. That will also make me a better person. So if I reach that side, una all plenty thank you, and I wish you a pleasant evening.
All right, thank you very much. We so appreciate your time with me and always your meaningful contribution. God. God.
Wait happy again. Hey, after you've been doing
Adia.
All right, so well, we have to appreciate your time and tell you plenty thank you, and we wish you a very, very nice weekend and a week ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, Ato, quickly, 2 minutes.
Yes, no, for his 2 minutes, we don't get a very interesting week. We don't get a very interesting week. We end up with the SLPP having a time to celebrate. At least the SLPP at least celebrates the mentioning of the name of Mother Bio and how Donald Trump like that name day. And let also celebrate the fact that Fatima sits near Melania Trump. At least that is Fatima your achievement. And the SLPP that the achievement that one day. So with that one for select day as Saralinas, we'll get a blessed weekend. And we'll get a weekend in which we will laugh. At least this weekend we laugh. There is something funny will happen, we will laugh. We're not going to just say cry no more about the economy and everything. Let something be we will at least laugh at. So this weekend we laugh. So now with that laughter, I just want to let everybody that at least Donald Trump watch Mother View and when he pronounced it, the first thing man and that it was not the chief pan the Christmas in this Mada Ada. God bless you.
Okay, thank you very much. Well,
I know say I don't tell goodbye, but I'm not going to end this conversation without appealing to the authorities. Zainab Sharif has no reason being behind bars. We have said that because the offense we make, according to very senior lawyers, it's a bailable offense, now possibly not a flight risk. So what do people gain by keeping her behind bars? But I know her to be a very strong lady. Let's remove party politics that she is APC. She is also a Sierra Leonean whose rights are entrenched in Chapter 3 of our 1991 Constitution. So they should respect that. So this is where the appeal. Anybody, lawyers there will volunteer, tell them thank you for stand for Zainab Sharif. And we are also behind the scenes supporting her. And publicly here is an appeal that she has no reason to continue to be behind bars.
All right, thank you very much. Abdulai Bayraytay. Thank you very much. So you will watch the program, you will like and share the program. We appreciate it so very, very much. Well, until then, we'll get for meet again by God in power tomorrow. For say we love us so much, and please do not get to yourself a very, very good night.